Back in the day when I was a youngin', I would routinely play Perfect Dark on the emulator. I would make a whole night of it too. I would get some chocolate cake, buy some lemonade, and then play Perfect Dark like all night. Good times. Even when my parents and some of my extended parents were playing WoW, they mentioned, yeah, it's a thing you have to pay monthly for. Even back then, when I was a youngin', I could never understand, wait a minute, you're playing this game, but you have to pay monthly for the same game to play. You have to pay monthly to play the same game you're already playing. Even back then, I could never understand that concept. You're blazing kids, Woldo. I mean, definitely when I was a youngin', I always imagined or thought about having Blasian kids because it's just a combination you don't really see nowadays. I probably won't follow through on that goal anyway. Yeah, but yeah, I think I might keep this mini afro. I don't know, it's like, it harkens back to my earlier days when I was a youngin'. Is gay actually funny? I'm not sure, because it used to be funny back when I was a youngin'. A lot of my friends and I, we would just... The majority of our humor came from calling each other gay and homo. So maybe back in the day, gay was funny, but I'm not sure if it's still now. Yeah, back when I was a youngin', just a mere lad, gay was really funny. I must have been exposed to so much secondhand smoking from a lot of my old friends when I was a youngin', and I went over to their house. Both my back-to-back best friends at the time, their parents were heavy smokers. And whenever we went over to their house, smoke in the air, man. So much secondhand smoke I got exposed to. And left a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, might as well just like shove coals down your mouth and inhale on that. It was just so bad. But luckily, you know, back when you're a kid, you'd always go outside and we would hang out there. That I was absolutely in love with when I was a child, back in the days of the DS. And it was a game that taught me how to dance. Like, it was a game that brought about my modern dancing skills and savviness. On the DS, it's called Elite Beat Agents. I fucking love that game. It was a bunch of dudes in suits in the style of Osu, and then they would dance to the music on 3 levels of difficulty. It was the best fucking game ever. And it taught me how to dance. Or like, I learned my first ever dance moves from that game. Yeah, it was like, you used the stylus to move a ball around a track like Osu. It was like, the game was like Osu, but not as cringe and terrible and dog shit. It was actually good. And also, all the dudes in the game wore suits, and that's where I got some of that inspiration, most likely. But that game was perfect in my eyes. It was perfection. No, like, the dudes in the game were dancing, and then I learned the moves from the dudes. Obviously, it wasn't from the stylus, but the characters in the game were dancing along to it, and then I copied their moves. That's where I learned how to dance. That was way back when I was a youngin'. I remember trying to use Ventrilo way back when I was a youngin', but I had no idea how to set up, and the headset I had at the time was terrible. Claude can't swim? I don't remember much from GTA 3. Oh, what's up, Orange? This is Star Fox Adventures. I'm taking a break from the speedrunning because I'm too just tired and exhausted. I've done no progress, so I'm just chilling out today. This is one of my favorite GameCube games when I was a youngin'. Back when I was a youngin', I did used to eat Fruity Pebbles a lot. But one of my friends at school told me that fruity was like a synonym or had a similar meaning to being gay. And he told me that if I ate Fruity Pebbles, I was gay. And, you know, back then, you know, you call everything gay, that was something you didn't like. So whenever I heard that, I was like, okay, I can't eat this anymore because then I'll be gay. So I stopped eating Fruity Pebbles. I remember I used to be a huge fan of baseball when I was a youngin'. I had baseball video games. Sometimes pay attention to games going on. I went to a baseball game for the first time in my life, too. Even back then, when I was a youngin', I knew about internet safety and, like, torrents and all that. And I was still playing ROMs back in the day, so... Mama didn't raise no fool. My best friend and I, while we were in high school, we were drawing up plans to make a perpetual motion magnetic device that would, like... forever generate electricity through like a moving magnet. And I remember at the time, like when I was a youngin', that I wasn't familiar with the stories of like the FBI or petroleum companies killing people who do that, but Like, we were drawing up plans and they look like legitimate schematics. And I couldn't tell if my life was in danger, but I thought, like, yeah, let's do this and see what just happens. If I get killed by the petroleum companies, then the conspiracy is true. Fuck it. But again, green beans, I do like green beans a lot. Ever since I was a youngin'. Whenever they offered lunch at the daycare I went to, if you wanted extra chicken nuggets, you had to eat your green beans. And I always ate my green beans, and I always got extra chicken nuggets. I think it was Pokemon Stadium. Ah, nice. I love Pokemon Stadium. I had Pokemon Stadium 1 back in the day when I was a youngin'. Good game. We liked it.